What's good, y'all? We back at it like a bad habit with episode 2. But before I get into it, I just want to go over a few things that I saw from episode 1 and the opening in general. First off, it seems like the Ever After is more or less responded to emotions. You could see it when the first time Ruby starts breaking down and crying, it suddenly starts to rain. A little later on, Weiss does the same thing, starts tearing up and crying a little bit, and it starts to rain again. You could kind of use that to explain how maybe Ruby's little anger and frustration kind of is what made her start walking around in circles instead of actually getting to where she needed to be. So I wonder how they're going to continue to play off emotions if that's really what's happening, and how they might use that to enhance whatever our characters are going through throughout the volume. Then, from the opening as well, when Ruby is falling down this little tapestry of art that looks really beautiful, there is a photo of Alex standing in what looks like to be a mirror, and behind her there's this figure, almost like a shadow, and it's not really a reflection of her, it's of someone else. It looks male, you could tell because like the hair is different as well. So I don't know if that might be a brother or something. I tried looking into the story of Alice in Wonderland. It's one thing I found mentioned like a little brother, but he was like a couple months old, so I don't know if that'll be it. I think in a couple versions they have Alice being in an arranged marriage, which is why she runs away and ends up falling into Wonderland. So it could be something like that. I'm not too sure how that'll play out. Then there's this other part with Jean, and there's a lot of like clocks and a lot of imagery of time and stuff. So I'm wondering if Jean is going to be representative of the White Rabbit in our Alice in Wonderland scenario. He's always like, "Oh, I'm late." So I wonder if that's going to reflect back on Jean, like, oh, he's always late to save the day. It's like Pierre sent him off in the locker, so even if he tried to get back to help her, he would have been late and she would have been dead by then. And then if you go back and look at the fall of Atlas, he was the last one to show up to fight Cinder. So it's like, if he was there earlier, would Penny have not died the way she did? Would he have not had to do what he had to do? Would everybody not have fallen? So that idea of if he just showed up earlier, if he wasn't late, could he have actually helped out and made a difference? I wonder if that's gonna be what kind of sends him over the edge in some way, because again, people going through it. He seems like he's really going through it. So I can't wait anymore. So let's just get into episode 2. Here we go. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. Another about 17-minute episode. I wonder if that's going to be like the consistent time through the entire volume. I have not been listening to the opening too much, so I can't really sing it. I don't even know if I want to try this opening. It's still a banger though. Speaking of some of this stuff, I know before I mentioned that I haven't read Roman Holiday. Guess what? This past week, I read it. So I know what some people were thinking when they saw in the opening of how Alex was marrying Neo. I know what y'all was thinking. You're wrong. I think you're wrong. I don't think that's, like, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't read Roman Holiday, but I don't think that's all. I think that's just Alex. I think they're trying to marry Neo to Alex as they're marrying Alex to Ruby as well. I think they're just doubling them up. I don't think that's, oh. The visuals on this opening are amazing, though. I just want to know if John's okay. I really do. I'm worried for my boy. And I wonder if she's gonna find Chris and Rose too. Or maybe her being separated from for so long is like what she needs to kind of grow a little bit, but they haven't really made it seem like it's an attachment, so to speak. So, you know.
So are we just gonna stand around thinking about this in silence, or...
I know this place is weird, but a fairy tale? I mean, that's impossible.
Exactly. Like the talking mouse on your shoulder.
What we've seen is improbable, but that doesn't mean we're in an actual fairy tale. Are we seriously entertaining this?
Do you have a better explanation for what's going on?
Well, let's try to be more logical, shall we? We fell from the sky.
Yep.
Ruby made friends with a tiny mouse.
Friends!
Blake and I got caught by killer vines.
Hentai.
And, you got your arm stolen by a... What was it that you said?
A talking raccoon riding on a purple wagon filled with trash.
Trash pandas.
Yes, that. Okay, I see your point of view. I am going to go over here now.
I like that White's like a lot.
Driving a little trash. Probably has those driving wheels.
She's having a little mental
Crazy as
breakdown.
it sounds, something about this is familiar.
White's cannot deal right now. She
The
can't
girl who
even.
fell through the world.
Okay, so they know the story too.
I think we're in the ever after.
Blake, that world is make-believe. It was just part of a story we all read as kids.
It's not make-believe. It's where I live.
This sound like you're literally
Can you
standing
tell us
in
more about
some
it?
place like this.
Have you ever heard the name Alex?
Oh,
Alex. Is that a purpose?
In the story, Alex fell from
Okay.
the sky and met with the hunter mice. Got trapped in vines, fought a Jabberwocker, and got her knife stolen by a talking raccoon.
so they still
Yeah.
know of the hunter
and
mice,
then
but
she beat the Red King at a board game.
is it just
Met
because
the
Little's so
curious
young?
cat, the rusted knight,
Cheshire,
and finally got out through
the looking glass?
The tree.
Tree. Okay, sure.
So what now? Do we go to the tree, look for Alex, Yang's arm? Ruby, you're still missing Crescent Rose.
I'll bet the Jinxie Peddler has it.
It's so weird that they don't know who humans are, or does just Little not know?
That's the only talking raccoon I know. I can't
Do
believe
you
what this
know where he might be?
Of course. I'll lead the way. Right to...
This man cannot stay awake to save his life.
Town is just ahead, right?
But the peddler, so who would that be in Alice in Wonderland?
I've been thinking, if we're going to go to this town, we need to be careful. Alex didn't know their customs and ended up starting a war among the townsfolk. Trouble followed her everywhere she went. Well, yeah, but she was kind of a mean person, right?
And they said
She
king
lied
instead
and
of
cheated
queen.
her way through most of the book.
She was trying to survive. The morals of those old stories are so simplistic.
Either way,
Also, I don't really know
We
the like
need to tread
original
lightly.
story of Alice in Wonderland, so it might be hard for me to keep along a little bit.
The town's just up ahead. The Jinxie Peddler always stops by our village before he goes to town.
do they steal stuff from you guys too?
Steal? Never. They just take the things we're not looking at. Fair's fair.
So stealing, you know.
Sounds like a legitimate business person. How did they manage to steal your arm anyway?
I was knocked out from the fall. When I came to, that sneaky raccoon had already grabbed my arm and ran off before I could stop him.
That was
Why would you
very.
say he caught you
storybook.
unarmed? How disarming.
Oh.
I guess we'll have to check. About time.
Or what?
Nothing.
For your
Don't
sister
worry.
to get the cat.
We'll find a way out of here, and then we'll go back home. Weiss?
They are really pushing Bumblebee now, which they needed to be doing for so long. So
It's all gone. There's nothing left for me to go back to.
yeah.
Just like Beacon.
You did the best you could for Atlas, Weiss.
I didn't even
But
think
it
about
wasn't
that
enough.
either.
We hatched a crazy plan that put a whole kingdom at risk, and we don't even know if we saved the relics from... Maybe John and Winter were able to get them out, despite everything.
Okay, real quick. So I like that Weiss said this as well, because first off, I didn't really think about it. Like, this is the second home that Weiss has lost. Like, she found a new home at Beacon, gone. She came back, even though, like, the Schneemelder might not be her home, Atlas is still her home, that's her kingdom. And this is the second one she just completely lost, completely gone, off the map almost. But, I like this well that Weiss was like, oh, we hatched a crazy plan, put the entire kingdom at risk, and it ain't work out. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, if they did actually win it, then it's like, oh, that was a crazy idea, but, you know, it worked out in the end, so why not? But here it's like, you had that crazy idea, you put everything at risk, and you lost it, so what do you have to show for it? And it's just that failure building up. It's kind of like what Ren said back in Volume 7. It's like, you're a bunch of kids fighting a war. Do you really know what you're doing? And he's like, I don't. Do you? No. And Weiss is just like, we tried it. Failed. I don't know what to do now. You know, so I really like that more of them are kind of taking that mindset of, maybe let's pedal back a little bit and actually sit down and think and discuss and go through the motions before we actually do something that's more just out of the blue, you know, just, you know, crazy, throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks, you know. So I really like that instead. Alright, let's get back to it.
Despite us. I know that Penny... I know that was a lot to hear.
And there's the rain. Or at least thunder. So I was wondering if someone was tearing up.
So this is the entrance to the other acre, you called it?
100 Acre Woods? Winnie the
All we
Pooh?
do is cross the bridge, and we'll be, well, wherever over there is.
You don't know?
Nope. Never been this far from home.
Guessed it. Yeah.
Maybe you should go back?
I wouldn't have any idea how to go back. Maybe I'll live by this bridge.
Why are you here? I like how
I'll
Buck
handle
was like,
this.
oh, he's so cute, but everyone else was like, what?
My very first house. Gonna find my purpose in my best house.
Would you like to come with us?
Little is such a mood.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Oh, such a freaking mood, man. Oh my god. They're like board pieces from the birthday party.
Just act like you belong, everybody.
I've always wanted to be long, but I'm still just small.
Also, I wonder how many Alice in Wonderland books are gonna go
There it
through,
is.
because there's like the original, and
So what's
then
the
there's
strategy?
through the Looking
Just
Glass,
start roughing them up or what?
and then I think there's like 2 more. So I wonder how many they're gonna incorporate.
In the book, Alex had to barter with Jinxie for her dagger.
Yeah, I think I'd rather hit him.
Welcome, one and all!
He's adorable! And a lot older than I remember from the book.
I am Jinxie, and these are the finest treasures of the acre.
Okay.
I don't see my arm. All of Jinxie's treasures are just other items in disguise, so that people think they're buying something extremely valuable.
Okay. So,
Jinxes.
which
then?
one is Yang's arm?
Would that be the king? Oh, it
What
was
does
at the
your
end of the
heart tell you? That's how Alex knew.
I mean,
at the end of the staff.
that one looks roughly arm-sized-ish.
Right.
Ruby?
There's something about that one.
First item,
That's not Penny's
the
body, is it?
diamond-studded rabbit. You,
That'd be so messed up if it was.
Jinxies.
How are we going to bid without any money?
I don't think there's any money in the ever after. Jinxie just names whatever price he wants.
What does Jinxie want from Alex?
Her saddest memory. And her happiest.
Sold for
Well, we just got a lot of sad ones, so...
Hugs are very valuable.
Maybe this won't be so bad after all.
second item, a golden scepter. You!
Huh?
The bidding starts at
No, I was the first one to.
knowing what it is to feel loved. A fair price for some.
You got your boo thing right there.
Knowing what it's like to feel love.
Whatever
By
Jinxie
royal
wants.
decree.
Sold!
Wait, that's my arm.
Whatever it is, it's royal property now. No price is too high for His Majesty's birthday.
Last item, the jade marionette.
We tried it your way, Blake.
You!
Ruby, what are you doing?
Bidding starts at enough hope to fill this jar.
I feel like she's flush out of hope.
You don't have enough, do you?
Love just snatched it.
Why, you little... Leave that alone! You can't touch it until the deal is done!
Oh no, it's okay. So it's of sword. I thought it definitely was something of pennies, but you know, much less morbid than a body.
I'm going for it.
Blake is freaking out, man.
Fair is fair.
Yeah, fair was fair. It took it when it wasn't looking, and oh,
I got it. Ruby, come on.
I like the motions. That like they look very smoother than they've ever been. Got his hug back.
Those people take auctions very seriously. High five? High five?
No, no.
We're doing the same thing Alex did. We're ruining everything.
That's your biggest concern right now?
I've read so many stories. I never thought I'd be the moral of one.
Blake seems like she's really like stepping up and
Really?
taking command since everybody's kind of going through the motions right now.
I couldn't explain why, but I was drawn to it.
And there's the ring.
Great. Now it's raining on just us. That's it. We're getting out of this nightmare. Alex went to the tree, right? Let's go.
I don't think it's gonna work like that. In the book,
We are not in a book. And even if we were, we know how it ends. Right over there.
I mean, with a lot of crazy things you've seen on Vim, that you think it would be a little more open to the idea of being in a fairy tale. So yeah, an angle gets you circling back around, just like RWBY in the first episode.
Stupid tree!
Hit on the yep.
Yeah, already tried that earlier. You can't get any closer to the tree that way.
Well, then what do we do now? We've got my arm, but we still don't have Crescent Rose or the slightest idea how to get out.
I love voice.
Somebody's sad. I'd be sad too if I ruined the royal birthday.
These guys again.
Blake, what did Alex do next?
she went to the Crimson Castle and beat the Red King at his own game.
Okay, so that's how we playing chess with him.
Heads up, you treasonous birthday ruiners!
Okay.
We want to go to the birthday party.
We want to go to the birthday party.
Well, too bad, because we're going to... Oh. Yes.
To the birthday party.
That's
Right.
where we're taking you, as prisoners, for stealing royal property.
What if I offered you something better? the weapon of a powerful warrior.
A maiden, even.
Ooh, go on.
How's it crystallized like that,
Not
though?
just a powerful warrior. The most powerful to ever live. She was touched by magic. And she gave her life for thousands. She took a message of hope to the stars.
Hey.
And she saw the world through better eyes.
I'm kind of tearing up right
Take
now.
us to the royal
I ain't
birthday
gonna lie.
and allow us to present this most precious gift.
Right, I feel you, bud. I feel you.
By royal decree. Come on, men. You heard her. We've got a birthday to celebrate.
Ruby? Are you sure about this?
Look, we may not know exactly what's going on, but for whatever reason, this place is putting us on a similar path as a book we all read as kids. I say we follow it. And stop pretending we know what we're doing.
I mean, that's all well and good, but at the same time, you still need a little bit of that wild mindset. You know, like the ability to improvise when things don't go your way. Alright. And this one was written by Eddie. Hey. Yeah. So Ruby's a bit less sad and a bit more angry and matter of fact and just done with everything. And I saw that Jinxie, I think everybody said it was voiced by H Bomber guy, which is a cool little like addition just to bring in other people to just to join the show like that. It's a cool little add on. But yeah, like I said, and I didn't really go off it too much, but I really like how Blake is kind of stepping up. Like, she not only knows the story, well, I mean, they all know the story, but it seems like she knows it better than anyone else. She's very much more, like, in tune with it. Like, this is what we need to do. This is what things are. I'm just gonna accept it. Let's move forward. Like, she's in a, not like a no-nonsense kind of mood, but she's very much just like, these are story points, A, B, C, respect them. So that's a very interesting in a way. And like I said, I do like how she's stepping up, because Weiss is very angry. Ruby, you know, she's not really in a position to be that leader that she needs to be and could be at the moment. So Blake's like, hey, let's do this. Still no Jean. Again. Second episode, two episodes in, no Jean and Neo, which I'm fine with, because I do like this more focus on Ruby and what they're going through and their thoughts about the fall of Atlas and everything they've been doing for this fight against Salem and what that means to them, what that means for them, like everything they've gone through, and we can see like how it more plays out and how it's changed their mentality or the weight of everything that's happened up until now, because like they've pretty much had to keep going and going and going since I mean, kind of since Beacon fell, but really more or less since Haven. I would say, because it's like they won Haven, straight to August, straight into Atlas. Then from there it's like boom, 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 boom. So I'm really liking how this is more of kind of a, maybe a chiller volume, but at the same time it's like, you know, just a way to stop, to recollect their thoughts, to make sure that they're doing the right thing, and hopefully they'll be able to grow and kind of look at situations better as they move forward. Because again, like I said, they've been, you know, they make choices, whether they work or not, you have to deal with those consequences. So I really like this one. Again, really like that they're still letting you know, hey, Bumblebee is a thing. You know, we're seeding it out now, but it's more in your face. You know, the sin they'll play a little, I was gonna say hand footsies, but what do you call footsies with your hand? I don't know, tag, whatever. But still, it's like they're doing that. They seem a lot more close. So when they sat there and talk about knowing what true love is, you can see Yang kind of side-eye Blake. You know, it's like they're right there. So I'm getting what I wanted in that way. I'm getting what I wanted with the angst. The seating Penny out. Well, again, I want the body. I want the body. That sounds morbid, but I want the body. Yeah, and like I said, I want Lois and John to have that conversation too, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to next week as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace.